Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with a video about how hard saving is here in Switzerland. And it's the edition of 2024 because in 2023 I already made a video about the publication of the Bundesamt for Statistics where they presented the budget for an average family in 2021 for the average Swiss family, that is. And it looked like this. So the main numbers that you have to look at are 9,788 is the average income from a Swiss family. Then the main taxes that they had to pay on that income was 2,887 Swiss francs. The main available income that they still had available after transfers to other families as well was 6,706 Swiss francs. And on top of that, the other important numbers are 1,710 Swiss francs that they could save and 510 Swiss francs that come from assets that they have and bring other income as well. So those are the main numbers. And in the video of 2023, of December 2023, I must say it wasn't the best video that I made. So if you want to watch an old video that was better, you have to watch the one where I talk about quarterly dividends and how I wish that European companies paid out quarterly dividends more instead of only one yearly dividend. But yeah, back to this video. I still think it's strange to see a Swiss family depicted as an average of all working and retired people all together. So you have on the one hand young people just starting to work or starting a family, so having a lot of costs with diapers and stuff. And on the other hand, you have a family which is actually retired, so they just get their pensions in and maybe as well income from assets, of course. And on the other hand, you see that 1,706 Swiss francs is the average amount that a family could save. And if you think about it for young people then, who probably don't have a lot of assets that don't bring the 510 Swiss francs, and also when they pay in the full amount of the third pillar, so the pension pillar, the third one, which was in 2022 or 2021, I should say, because I'm still talking about 2021, 6,883 Swiss francs per person per year. So when you count that times 2 and divide it by 12, then you come more or less around the number of 1,150 Swiss francs per month that you need to set aside to pay into your third pillar. So when you calculate those numbers from 1,706, you have only 46 Swiss francs left for actual saving or actual investing. So for me, it's no surprise that a lot of younger people don't start saving into the third pillar account because they just don't have the money. So I wish that a lot of younger people already start paying into it, but I think that they have to be already in a higher wage bracket before they can actually do that because it's expensive living here in Switzerland, and in the rest of Europe it's becoming more and more expensive as well. So yeah, saving it is really hard. And now we have the statistics for 2022 by the Bundesamt for Statistics. So for an average family, it looks like this now. The average total income is 9,927 Swiss francs. The total taxes are 2,893 Swiss francs. The total spendable income that they have is 6,902 Swiss francs, so a little bit higher. But the amount that they can save is lower in 2022 compared to 2021. So I think that is actually frightening. 1,546 Swiss francs only left over for families. And also, okay, the income from assets is also lower, 437 Swiss francs. But for young families starting out, it's really hard to save. And I think in 2023 and 2024, it is even becoming harder. So compared 2021 compared to 2021, it's already hard. And I think in 2023, it's even went more into the bad direction. So the main numbers, let's go over them. The total bread income is 9,788 to 9,927, so up 139 Swiss francs. The income from working is up 210 Swiss francs, so up to 7,772 Swiss francs. The income from assets is down 73 Swiss francs. The fixed taxes, they went up with only 5 Swiss francs, which is surprising to me. And because the total income went up, the average taxes that a family needed to pay went down from 29.50% to 29.14%. So that's the great news about the statistics, but then the other negative things follow. So okay, cost for food and living, it went down minus 38. But for me, that was a surprising thing. I'm going to talk about that in the next slide. The cost for living went up with 10 Swiss francs, which is also a big surprise to me, that it only went up that much in 2022. But yeah, it's an average one, so the average hiring prices didn't go up, so that's already an important thing, of course. And then you have cost for transport going up 93 Swiss francs, which is quite a lot. And in 2023, I think the price should go up again because the public transport system also augmented their prices. And then you have hobbies and fun, which went up with 87 Swiss francs as well. I think that's because in 2021, of course, with the COVID pandemic, not a lot of people went out as much as in the previous year. And in 2022, it picked up again. So there, the number went up. I put it in red, but actually it should have been green because it's actually a positive thing. And then average amount that could be saved is down 164 Swiss francs. So in 2022, it was even harder to save in Switzerland, especially for younger families. And then that one, cost for food and living, it went down with 38 Swiss francs. I didn't know we were in the deflation state in Switzerland in 2022. For me, the inflation only went up, so I don't understand how it is possible that the cost for food and living went down in 2022. So the Bundesamt for Statistics really need to explain that to me. And if I look at my bills, I have my budgeting, and I saw that all the bills for groceries and stuff, they went up with 13-15%. So if you look at that number, 13-15% on top of 1,828 Swiss francs, it means that it should have been up with more than 130 Swiss francs. So not down, minus 38, it should have been way up. So I think they miscalculated here some things because I can't believe it actually. And more importantly, the income went up 139 Swiss francs, but the amount that people could save went down with 164 Swiss francs. So only 1,546 Swiss francs per month. And if you then deduct the income from assets, 437 Swiss francs, you only have 1,109 Swiss francs left. And you already know for the third pillar, it was 1,150 Swiss francs in 2022 as well. So that's more than 1,109 Swiss franc. So people, an average family, couldn't even save the full amount into their 3A pillar account without touching their savings that they had set aside. In 2023 and 2024, the contribution went up to 7,056 Swiss francs, and next year it will even go up higher to 7,258 Swiss francs. So for people that don't earn enough money, it's really frustrating that the contribution goes up and they can't even contribute the full amount 5 years ago. So that's really crazy. And if they done that, so paid in the full amount into their 3A pillar account, then that means that they would have nothing left to put aside into an emergency fund or to invest into a separate account for themselves. So that's really mind-blowing, in fact. So saving is hard, and you should try to keep a budget and try to save 50, 100 or even 200 Swiss francs per month to build your wealth. And you already saw it. That's the main thing that I always stress about. So the rule of 300, that for every 300 Swiss francs that you can save and invest into a product that gives you 4% on average when you retire, then you will receive 1 Swiss francs per month from that money that you set aside. So when you calculate it, it's 4% of 300 Swiss francs is 12 Swiss francs divided by 12 because you have 12 months in a year. That means 1 Swiss franc per month. And that's my rule of 300. So you need to budget, you need to save, and you need to try to invest because that's really key. And 300 Swiss francs per month is a start, and it's way better than most Swiss people. You already saw it from the statistics from 2022. A lot of people don't even have enough to pay into their 3A pillar account. So you have to hang in there, stay consistent, and you know my rule number 7 of investing into for dividend investing, there is only consistent cost averaging, so CCA. And over time, the dividends into the from the ETFs and stocks where you invest your money towards, if you pick the right ones, those dividends will increase more and more and more. And if you start after 8 to 9 years, you will receive 300 Swiss francs per month in dividends. When you pick lower dividend yielding investments, it will take longer, of course, but they will rise more in value. So that's up to you what you prefer. For me, I always invest into things that give a dividend yield of between 1% up to 4.5, 5.5%. The really high yielding things like XYLF, where I invest a part of our money into, that's really an exception. It's only 5%, not even yet, of our investment portfolio. So you always need to look at the strategy of a person and look what the average dividend yield that they have is, so that you see where the risk lies for their investments. And when you are investing, you need to celebrate your dividend goals. So when you reach your dividend goals, you need to celebrate them. And I know my wife and I, we are really fortunate to earn enough here in Switzerland. So we do 3A pillar, and we always invest the full amount into our 3A pillar. And we also invest. So we went from 300 Swiss francs 6 years ago that we started to invest in SDGPEX to now 900 Swiss francs into our ETF portfolio. And on top of that, now 200 Swiss francs into the U portfolio. That's only now for 3 months that I'm doing that. And we save 3 times 100 Swiss francs for our daughters. And which means that we have normally around 1,400 Swiss francs invested in fresh money into our investment accounts. And we reinvest the dividends. And right now, from the ETF portfolio, we have 211 Swiss francs per month. And from the U portfolio, I have already a little bit over 3 Swiss francs per month. So yeah, it's only 900 Swiss francs invested right now, but it's already delivering 3 Swiss francs per month. So there I'm on track for the 4% rule or the 300% rule. So that's really great. And you need to also remember we earn a bit more than the average family, but we also keep a very strict budget. So I have a budgeting method where I already explained it on my YouTube channel. You should look for the video. Maybe I put the link down below in the description. And we are not exaggerating, of course, with saving. Like, yeah, in the fire movement, you have extreme frugal people that save up to 70% of their net income, which is crazy. We can't do that at all. We have 3 children. We have to pay a lot for our children, especially food. They eat a lot. They are getting bigger and bigger, and they are eating more and more like me. So they cost a lot of money, and especially shoes and clothes. Man, it's unbelievable. But we are certainly more frugal than the average person here in Switzerland. So our savings rate and our investment rate is more than the people that are surrounding us. We know that, and we do it deliberately because we know that our pension from Belgium is already reduced because they change the rules constantly. Here in Switzerland, they are changing the rules also constantly for the HV pillar. And there, my wife and I, because we came late in Switzerland, after already working for 15 years in Belgium, we came to Switzerland. So we can't have a full career in Switzerland as well, which means that we can't expect a lot from our first pillar, which means that we need to invest ourselves a lot. And that's what we are trying to do. And I wanted to end this video with the dividend goals that you can set for yourself. So here are just a few. I changed them compared to the previous video in December of 2023 to have more numbers even for the year here, because at goal 9 I was at 22,800 Swiss francs, which was already a bit crazy, of course. But we are here with goal 7, 2,500 breached. We are per month 211 right now, so goal 5 is also breached. And yeah, day goals, they are quite hard to breach on a monthly basis, of course, but we are working towards goal 3. So that's around 3,650. So first we have to breach goal 8, and then we are on our way to goal 3 for the day goal. And an extra goal after reaching 3,600 in dividends per year, it is going to be 510 Swiss francs per month, because that's in 2021, that was the number that assets were bringing on average for an average Swiss family. And yeah, that would be great when I see 510 Swiss francs per month coming in from our investment portfolio. And then I know I'm doing as good as the average Swiss family in 2021. And the final goal, you know that it's 3,500 Swiss francs per month. And if you then calculate with my rule of 300, this means that we have to save together 1,050,000 Swiss francs. And our investment portfolio right now is around 56,000. So we have a little bit of under 1 million to go. So a long way ahead. I hope you follow along with me. And with that being said, I thank you for watching to this one. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hitting that like button helps out the channel enormously, because it distributes then, the algorithm of YouTube distributes this video then to other people that may like this kind of content. And thank you for watching to this one, and see you on the next one. Bye.